Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. Did you see that? The hell was that?
That looks like a leftover from the show.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Rock and roll.
All right. Well, welcome to the Howard Stern interview. Look what is here tonight. Two bona fide rock stars. Two guys with staying power. True?
Yeah, but you look more like a rock star than we do.
You know, I really do. I have the full rock look, and yet I can play no instrument, and I can absolutely do nothing.
Yeah, but you're getting that Bon Jovi look.
What I've done is I've changed my hairdo around. I don't know if you guys notice. You guys would be aware of this kind of stuff. You're very into the rock fashion. I am growing my hair out to the side. That is where the move I'm going.
Who told you to do that, Mr. Shirley?
No, Mr. Ralph told me to do that. Where is Mr. Ralph? Mr. Ralph, come take a bow. He has been advising me. Mr. Ralph, you want to take a bow? Come on, Ralph, come on. Come on and take a bow. This idiot is telling me what to do. There he is. Take a look at that. There you go. Big dope. That's why I look like a dope every week, because of that guy. You old snaggletooth.
I'm impressed.
Yes. Now, let me just say something that for those of you who don't know, this is KISS. There's a lot of people, a lot of alta-cockers who watch this show, and they do not know that this is KISS.
This is half of KISS.
This is half of KISS.
This is the lower half.
This is the important part of KISS. This is the two guys who really made it happen. You guys hooked up. You guys hooked up, and you made the band. Is that true?
Well, that's a loaded question.
And don't clam up on me tonight. Gene,
all right, we're trying
to. You have a lot of sex stories, and you're going to reveal them tonight. I don't want to hear it.
What is this thing with you and this voyeurism? You
well,
know?
I would love. Listen, I'm a married man. I've not had sex with a different woman for 19 years.
I don't believe that.
I swear to you, it's true. I swear to tell the whole
What does your wife think about that?
My wife. Listen, don't be a wise guy, okay? Now, listen to me.
Yeah.
The point is that I really have not had an affair in 19 years with a different woman.
Well.
And when I have rock stars on, guys who have had sex with lots of different women, it's exciting, especially like Gene here, who's had sex with Cher.
Will Chamberlain.
And even we learned a little Will Chamberlain, we learned. And no, not Will Chamberlain, but Jessica Hahn as well. We learned something about that. We're going to be talking about that. There was a date of some kind, and we will learn about all of these things. But first of all, let me tell you my relationship with the rock group KISS. You guys got into trouble with me. We've been through this. Gene, of course, threatened my life. Is that true?
No, I didn't threaten your life.
Explain what you did.
I threatened to publicly thrash you.
Thrash me. All right, here's what happened.
I was betting on you.
Yeah, well, no, I think Gene could probably beat me up. Stand up, Gene. Let me see. Let me see how tall you are. Let me see how big a man you are. I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could beat you up. He looks pretty rough, though, right? You look kind of rough.
No, I mean, when it's important, I think anybody can beat anybody up.
Have you ever been in a real fight?
I haven't been in a single fight in my entire life.
You have never kicked anyone's butt?
Never.
And yet you were prepared to take me on, knowing that I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Black belt, silver belt, I could have mopped the floor with.
You feel you would have won?
Easily.
And Paul, who do you think would have won? Gene?
Well, being that he had good reason to be angry, or so we thought, in those circumstances, I'm sure that somebody who's fighting for something that they consider a good cause or a good memory could absolutely make a Persian rug out of it.
So you are asking yourself at home, what was it that made Gene so mad at me that he had to threaten to thrash me publicly? And what made him mad was that your drummer died, correct? Yes. At a young age.
40. Yeah, he passed away about 1.5 years ago because of cancer.
Because of cancer. And this guy was a huge fan of mine. A huge fan.
It's true.
So his friend calls me up on the air, the friend of your drummer, and he says, hey, the guy was a huge fan. Go on, do a couple of jokes, talk about the guy's death, talk about the fact that he's having a funeral today, and have some fun with it. And we did. Word got back to you that I made fun of your drummer. True?
It's true.
At an emotional point. A man you have known, was he the original drummer?
No, he was with us actually longer than the original drummer.
Yeah,
he was.
For 11 years.
I see. And you were not going to throw him out of the band as reported in the Inquirer, right?
No.
Not at all.
You were never going to do that. That was never going to happen. So I had made a few jokes and things, and you called up off the air and said that you called my producer, Gary Delabate, and you said, I am going to publicly beat Howard Stern.
Well, first I asked to talk to you because I didn't think flunkies, producers, or other sorts should stand in the way between two people who had something to say to each other.
Oh, I was not going to get on the phone with you. I was not going to get on the phone with you. You look like a demon. I am not going to get on the phone with you.
I just wanted to hear what you had to say for yourself, and when he refused to put you on the phone, I said...
let me tell you something. I am the biggest worm alive. I would never get on the phone and openly confront off the air, only on the air.
It was a sensitive time for us. But I think you know, with other circumstances, you've shown yourself to have heart.
Oh, is that right?
That some people may not know.
Oh, well, in other words, Paul, what you're saying is, what you are saying here to my public, all 5 of my viewers, you are saying that, in fact, you might have jumped to the wrong conclusion about me. True?
I think there's always more than one layer of paint for each person. So what everybody sees of Howard Stern here maybe isn't the entire story. So maybe
I
this.
see. All right. So then you threatened, so you told my producer that you were going to do what to me? Tell everyone. Go ahead. Confess how you acted like a child. Go ahead.
Is this a mini-series?
No. Confess what you said. Gene, go ahead. And we'll get into the whole Kiss thing and the new CD and everything. But just go ahead.
The new CD called
Alive
3.
Yes, but we'll
which
get to
just
that.
came out.
I have it right here, and we're going to talk about the new CD.
That's a very fine idea, because the
there
record
it is.
company would be very, very sorry if you didn't do that.
Oh, please.
And they'll come here and beat you up.
Yes, they will threaten my life.
Look,
But
I mean, look,
What did you say to my producer? Go ahead.
To him that I wanted to talk to you right away, and he said that that's not possible.
Right.
And I said perhaps you could relay a message to Howard that the next time I see him, I was going to beat the piss out of you.
That's right. Now, what I did, now you say, what does Howard Stern do when he hears about this? I said, Gary, call back Gene Simmons. Get him on the phone. Get him to admit that again on
And
tape.
tape record,
and
yeah.
then we could sue him or something.
Yeah, I love
You know,
that.
because I'm looking for a payday of some kind. So Gary called you back, but you were very smart. You had a feeling you were being taped, didn't you?
Well, I've done this before.
So you knew not to admit it a second time.
Well, I was going to just simply do it and let the tape roll, because first I was going to make a statement. This is a personal affront. Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, the case.
The point is, I almost had him trapped. I would have had all that Kiss money. That would have been mine. I would have been sitting here like a multimillionaire instead of these guys. And when we come back, we're going to find out about Life as Rock Stars, how you made it, how you got together, the sex and everything and all that stuff.
Yours,
And,
This is a
Ralph.
mini-series.
your sex, not mine, and we'll be back right after this with Kiss. Okay, look at that, we're back. I'm here with Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss. In honor of their new CD. And let me just say that to wind up that particular story, Gene, when you and I were at war with each other, when we almost went to physical blows in the middle of Times Square, we finally got to talk to each other on the radio.
It's true.
And we worked out our differences.
Yeah, I mean, I really found out what the story was, and
I had it made fun of your drummer.
from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
Don King was very disappointed.
Yes, because it would have been a big fight.
But I tell you what, if somebody would have said the same thing about a loved one of yours, whether it's your wife, your children, your mother, your father, you would have done the same thing, because
That is wrong. I do not get offended that easily. I don't. I do not get offended easily. And I always wait to hear something firsthand. Always.
Well,
Always wait.
it was a very sensitive time. He had passed away very quickly, and he was very dear to us, and you know, family honor and all that.
I got you. I understand, Gene. I understand. Now listen to me. Gene, you are looking more and more devilish as we go along. And a lot of people say, hey, what are some of the Kiss songs? Because you're a band that actually made it without a lot of hit singles. You guys didn't have a lot of hit singles. How many albums you put out?
I think it depends on how you count them. There's at least 20 to 24 of them.
Then
20
there's
to 20.
a couple of solo records, all
You're
together
right, but
about
24
25.
Kiss albums. You guys have had a consistent career. You're always on the road. You're always touring, and your albums always sell.
Do very well.
And yet, a lot of people on the street,
Don't know.
they don't know one Kiss song.
Sure.
That's better, though.
I think it's better, because
Yeah.
otherwise, if you're always a slave to having hit singles, you're
Right.
as big as your last single.
So let's familiarize the audience with. So here we went out on the street. We said to some people, "Sing some Kiss songs," and here they are.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this.
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now.
You've got something about you. You've got something I need.
No more tomorrow, baby. Time is today.
I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. All right.
All right, now those two guys actually, that's actually Gene and Paul without all of their rock stuff on.
Accoutrements,
That's it.
yeah.
All their accoutrements at a young age.
They were great.
They were really good, weren't they?
I like the guy that was doing God of Thunder.
Yeah, it
very
was very,
good.
very effective. Now, what about the fans and all this stuff? I mean, they're as rabid as, let's say, Grateful Dead fans. Grateful Dead didn't have a lot of hit
No,
singles.
much more.
Yeah,
much.
the fans are amazing. I mean, hopefully it's because we try to give them as much as they're giving us. I mean, this is something that's been really an obsession for us. I mean, we're so dedicated to our fans, and really without them we'd be nothing. You know, you have all these rock stars going, well, I want to be left alone, I don't want to have my photo taken. If you really love those bands, perhaps you should stop buying their albums and let them retire.
So you're saying you're accessible to your fans. I know Gene is very accessible to the female fans. Gene has had over 1,000 women.
You know, you're gonna drive this point to the ground.
Of course.
Yeah,
I've never
but
been.
you drive it to the ground. You're the guy who publicizes the women that he has.
I do no such thing. If
You're
somebody,
fascinated with knowing, and he's fascinated with talking
He
about
loves
it. I
talking
shut
about
up
it.
and do it.
You know what's funny? But you know what's funny? He loves talking about the women he's had.
I've come on and just said hello. How are you?
No,
What about those women that
We're
you've
going
had,
to talk
Gene?
about Cher, and we're going to talk about all that stuff. Listen, you've had her.
See that? I started it again, didn't I?
It's a great thing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
but,
yeah. It doesn't
tell the
suck.
truth.